In scenes reminiscent of austerity protests in 2011, between 2,000 and 3,000 Israelis have taken to the streets to demonstrate against new austerity measures set to be included in the 2013-14 budget that will be discussed by the Israeli cabinet this week. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is seeking cabinet backing for the budget, which will see plans for steep spending cuts and VAT and tax hikes. Israel's Finance Minister Yair Lapid, who has also announced a limit to tax benefits that many big companies rely upon, has been blamed for the new cuts, with people saying he has broken his promises now that he is part of Netanyahu's rightist coalition.
I think that it's really horrible that he tricked so many people by promising them to make the economy better and to make their lives of higher quality, and instead really just has screwed over all of us and made all of our lives a lot harder and a lot worse. And that's why I'm here, because even though it's not surprising, I can't afford all of the price hikes. I can't afford for my life to get more expensive.
Lapid, a centrist, campaigned to protect the middle classes, and many Israelis now feel let down by him.
It's really hard for me to save any money. It's hard for me to see any future, to be able to buy an apartment, for example. It's hard for me to pay rent here in Tel Aviv. And what Yair Lapid did, what he promised, is actually taking care of people like me that have good occupation, that earn well and still pay almost half of their salary as taxes. And what he did so far, dear Mr. Lapid, was to make me pay even more taxes.
Under pressure from Conservatives, Lapid raised his deficit goals for 2013 from 3% of GDP to 4.65%.
I'm not sure exactly where it will go. It seems to me that, on the one hand, everyone does understand that we have to cut back. On the other hand, the question is, how is it that Lapid, who ran on, I'll help the middle class and the weaker segments, how is it that more didn't get taken off the more wealthy and the corporate sector?
Lapid, who campaigned in last January's elections on a pledge to fight for the welfare of the middle class, defended his actions.
I can't say it angers me the way it angers them. I can say it angers me. I was told that on Saturday there's a demonstration. All I want is to wear the black t-shirt again and go to the square and say, guys, you are demonstrating against yourselves. You're demonstrating against the fact that there is a real effort here to prevent you from losing your jobs.
Experts have also said the austerity measures are necessary.
Many sectors are hurt, both in the tax side and in the expenditure side. Starting in the tax side, we see a further rise in the income tax after the one that was applied before the elections. And one that is very unpopular is the rise in the VAT, because the VAT was raised from 16% to 17% before elections, and now it is being raised from 17% to 18%. And a huge discussion is related to the fact whether the tax rates are just or not.
The proposed cuts are set to cost the average Israeli middle-class family more than $2,200 a year.